You guys just turned on Colossus, which is like the largest private compute cluster, I guess, of GPUs anywhere. Is that right?
It's the most powerful supercomputer of any kind.
Wait a second. Let me get this straight. The name of the supercomputer that stores XAI is called Colossus, which just happens to be the name of a giant statue of Helios, the Greek sun god, that was made of bronze, reinforced with iron, and filled with stone, which makes me think of Daniel's vision of this statue where we had gold, silver, and then bronze, its legs of iron, its feet partly of iron and partly of clay. Now, just so you know, clay can be a stone. And you're also telling me that this supercomputer named Colossus is in the city Memphis?
I see. Memphis, the capital of ancient Egypt.
Right. Yeah, you're bringing what?
Perhaps that's where our new God will come from.
Yeah, no.
In the Old Testament, the name Memphis was Moth. As we can see here, Moth refers to the ancient city of Memphis, which was a significant city in ancient Egypt. It is mentioned in the Bible as a place of judgment and destruction, symbolizing the downfall of Egypt's power and idolatry. Yeah, there's nothing to see here, guys. This is just a coincidence. And if that was not enough, guys, this right here dang near left me speechless. Elon's AI beast. Let that sink in for a second. His AI beast goes full Hulk, 1 million GPUs. Elon is turning Memphis, which we just saw, into the home of his GPU Goliath. And for those who do not know, Goliath is a typology of the Antichrist, just like Nimrod, and David is a typology of Jesus. So we have this idea that his AI beast, you know, like in Revelation 13, the image of the beast, whose name is Colossus, by the way, which was a statue to the sun god Helios, which is in Memphis, the city of judgment and destruction, is now here labeled as the GPU Goliath. To those who have eyes to see, let them see. And to those who have ears to hear, let them hear. And finally, I may be looking too far into this, but if you go to xai.com, you can see Grok, which is the name of the artificial intelligence, and it is image generation, which of course has some as above, so below symbolism here. And I just found it ironic that they are pushing this image generation, where we have Revelation 13:15, how the false prophet was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be taken. Now, with this information, you can come to your own conclusion, but in my personal opinion, we are witnessing the building up of a Babel 2.0, where humanity is coming together to unite and rebel against God, making their own God in their own image. A genie in a bottle, where you can go to this artificial intelligence and get whatever you want, which is built off of the data from humanity, which is why we have the number of the beast being 666, the number of man. And I don't think it's a coincidence that we have Mr. Tony Musk here talking about this art piece he commissioned, which is called A Fork in the Road. And the true fork in the road is this right here, and he is leading people that way. But I'm here to share the good news of Jesus and to try to lead you this way. So once again, for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, you know what time it is. Our redemption is drawing near. We continue to focus our eyes upon the Lord, praying for discernment, praying for wisdom, and walking and living by faith. Love you all so much. God bless, and remember, the just shall live by faith.
GPU Goliath likely refers to high-performance PCs or workstations built by PC specialists, a UK-based company that feature powerful GPUs, graphics processing units. So Elon and the gang named this supercomputer, whatever, Goliath and Colossus. So we know that this is obviously from the story of David and Goliath. And David is a type and shadow of Jesus Christ. And Goliath is a type of the Antichrist or the beast or the image of the beast, however you want to put it. Now, some of you guys may have not caught on to a very important piece to David and Goliath. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, key point in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth. Why is this important that it's in his forehead and it sunk in his forehead? Because that is where Peniel is. You know, just like Jacob wrestled with the angel of the Lord at Peniel. Well, God had that place named Peniel because through that story, he was showing us the kingdom of God within us. And now we wrestle at Peniel in our minds. Well, that's your pineal gland, your third eye. And where does Lucifer sit on the pyramid? At the top of the pyramid on the dollar bill. The all-seeing eye, right? And they named this computer thing Goliath. Do you see the connection here to the third eye? The Bible goes into detail, going out of its way to say that the Philistine was struck in his forehead, Goliath, symbolic of this AI in the forehead, the third eye, that the stone sunk into his forehead. That's where the pineal gland is. Just like we wrestle at pineal in our minds, Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? That's what God did. That's how amazing the Bible is. Just like Joshua fought the tribes of the serpent at Ai, hence Goliath, hence the pineal gland. Jacob wrestled with the angel at Peniel. All these stories are prophetic to show us the last days and how God did it. It's amazing. And these, what we would think are mundane events, right? Like David and Goliath, there's a sling and a stone. Everything seems like it's natural and a mundane fight. You know, giant. Goliath was a giant, right? A Nephilim, but embedded in that story is prophecy for the last days. That's why Elon named his AI supercomputer, the GPU, Goliath. And Jesus is a type and shadow of David. And that's why it's referring to Goliath being struck in the forehead and the stone sinking in, because the AI machine is like the all-seeing eye at the top of the pyramid, and it affects the pineal gland, and it uses the pineal gland. The 144,000 at the last days are sealed with the seal of God in their forehead. Of all places, it's in their forehead because of all this.